Hey everybody, welcome to today's edition of The Bold and the Beautiful. And I was watching The Young and the Restless before The Bold and the Beautiful, and Spectre Fashions was mentioned on that show. But The Bold and Beautiful began with Brook and Ridge talking about a co-CEO position, and he has Quinn to thank for that position. And then it switched to Maya, Thomas, and Rick are sitting around acting all bummed out and depressed over what they just heard about Ridge in the co-CEO position, and that it's the face of the company. Bill is happy for Liam and Stephanie, and they told Bill about the co-CEO position. Bill's happy for Liam and Stephanie because they told him they're getting married. Then they told him about Ridge and the co-CEO. There are lots of candidates for Spectra, and there was a couple cute scenes where a lady from France came and they couldn't understand anything she said, and then there was a big burly bodyguard type guy, and he was a little bit spooky, and his name was Mad Dog. And so that was lighthearted. And then Sal Feinberg, whose grandfather was previously Sally's main right-hand man, came looking for a job. And Liam and Steffi told Bill that Quinn was responsible for Ridge's co-CEO position, and anyway, also, I already told you that. Also, Ridge told Brook that Quinn was responsible for the co-CEO position, and Ridge said that Quinn was a smart person after Brook made a snide remark about Quinn. And Brook wants to know what happened while she was gone, why the plan or whatever was going to happen didn't happen. And tailoring is Saul's life. He came into the job interview with a tape measure around his neck, and it's his life like it was his grandfather's life. And Sally Girl hired Saul, and he is super happy about it. And then it goes over to Rick, and he feels like he can't prove his worth, and it's time to give up on Forrester because he feels like he'll never have the opportunity to advance. Pam feels like the family shouldn't take it out on Quinn, and that for getting Ridge the co-CEO position, and she thinks that everybody will come around. Bill wants to throw a huge engagement party for Liam and Steffi, and Liam says the party is only so he can get closer to Brook, because if they throw a party, they'll invite Ridge, because Ridge is Steffi's father, and then of course Ridge will bring Brook, and then Bill can get close to Brook that way. And so Ridge tells Brook that nothing happened, and is Brook happy about him and Eric and the CEO position. And she is very happy, but she also tells Ridge to watch his back. And then it cuts over to Sally Girl cleaning up the Spectre sign, and she is dressed horribly. I guess that is her kind of style she likes, but nothing matches. The patterns are all different, and she looks like she's ready for trick or treat. But Sally's grandmother, who is Sally Girl's grandmother, who is Sally's sister, is very concerned because she says Sally Girl has never designed a line before. Bill told Steffi he's never giving up on Brook. And Brook is all giggly. She is marrying the co-CEO. They are going to tell RJ, which is their son, and celebrate together, the three of them. And then later in the evening, it'll be just the two of them celebrate. And they kiss, and Quinn is standing off somewhere where she's not seen by them, but she watches them kiss. And then Maya, Rick, and Thomas say anyone could have been nominated, but why Ridge? They keep questioning it and just being really upset about the co-CEO. Quinn comes into Ridge's office and says she saw Ridge and Brook kissing. She tells Ridge that. And then it goes back to Sally and Thomas are walking past each other, and they bump into each other, and they ask each other their names again. And Thomas picks up something of Sally's that was dropped when they bumped into each other, and he realizes that she's Sally Spectra. He's realizing the last name. Bill tells Steffi about Ridge's false promises and how he has promised her so many times that they're going to get together, get married, be together, and all that. And it never happens. Something always happens that they break up. And after he does that this time, Brook will be done with him, Bill feels like. When Quinn comes in and says she saw them kissing, Ridge asks if Quinn is spying. And Quinn wants Ridge to promise that he will not say or tell Brook what happened in San Francisco. And so when she requests that of him, then in walks Brook, and she heard it, and she's real upset and loud, and she demands to know what happened between them. And so that was the show today, but it was a good show. I'm excited about Monday to see what happens. But one of my thoughts is, since Spectra Fashions is going to open back up, and Maya, Rick, and Thomas are all talking about there's no future in Forrester, I believe that they will probably go over to Spectra and start working there. That just seems like the logical thing for them to do in the storyline, like they're setting it up for that. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So today I'm going to tell you a little about Bill Spencer Jr. His real name is Don DeMont. He was born Don Feinberg, which is Jewish. He has Jewish background, but he goes by Don DeMont. He was born December 31st, 1962, and he's 54 years old. He played Brad Carlton on The Young and the Restless from 1985 to 1996. He returned in 1998, and then his character was killed off in 2009. His first major acting role was as Carlo Forenza on Days of Our Lives in 1984. That only lasted 1 year. The first air date was on May 12, 2009 on The Bold and the Beautiful. That's when he started that. And he also had an interest in being a script writer on the show. Before television, he was a successful model for several years, and he's been an actor since 1984, been married twice and divorced once, and he has 6 children. He is a spokesman for Moore's Home Furnishings in Ohio. In 1990, he was chosen one of the 50 most beautiful people in People magazine, and it was the first daytime actor to receive that award. In 2006, he was voted number one on the sexiest soap hunks of all time list at the Shine to the Soap Hunks. He was a cover model for Playgirl magazine in 1988 and 1995. He is active with National Multiple Sclerosis Society, and he has a niece with that illness. He is named Sexiest Veteran Soap Actor by People magazine in 2009. And in 1995, he did Sure Ultra Dry commercials. And his sister passed away, and he raised her son, which I thought was very commendable of him. And like I told you already, he's of Jewish descent. So that's a little bit about Bill. And I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And I hope you'll be back Monday, and we'll see what else is going on with the Bold and the Beautiful. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.